I got up to the Noojee bit, and so I thought I'd put the camera on. I'm on the BMW RS that I fixed up with the nice touches of red. This beast is smooth as on the road, so let's see how we go. Now, phone should be charging. Didn't I have the power on? Let's see. Hang on, I'll just turn off my music too. Oh, there it is. So there's the charge. Alright, Noojee on the BMW RS. Now I'm used to riding, hear that, eh? Listen to that. Nice, eh? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I noticed with this one, see, on the GSA, the taller one, I kind of naturally stick to the middle. I think it might be because of the height and the width of the bike. I feel like I need to be in the middle to avoid the edges, to avoid the vehicles and things. On this one, because you're sitting so low and streamlined, you feel like ducking into the line, you know, on the bends like that. But I don't think that's I've never found that to be safe. I think it's dangerous. You can just get it wrong one day. I know a friend who got it wrong one day just by a shoulder, you know, just by a shoulder, and got clipped. All it takes is a shoulder. So no, I prefer to stick in the middle, and actually I think that's a good test of your riding skills. Can you keep the bike in the middle? If you can't keep it in the middle, I like to use it actually as an indicator. Okay, it's like, oh, I'm struggling to keep in the middle, I'm going too fast, I need to slow down, or I need to speed up, I'm going too slow. So I find the middle's a good line, a good measure of if I'm riding with control. So I'll stick to that. I like the Noojee one. It's it doesn't take too long. It's got some good roads. It's just a good day out for a meal and back. That's all it is. Out for a meal and back. Not too tiring. It's good. Talk about tiring. I think my conclusion with this bike, if I've reached the conclusion yet, I don't know if I've reached the conclusion. I mean, this is, I think, great for short day trips. Not long day trips though, short day trips. I think a bike like this is great around the city, around traffic. It's quick, streamlined, narrow, it sounds and looks great. It's like a cool suburban bike, this one, I reckon. But would I go on long road trips with this? No, I wouldn't. I mean, you could, if you did a lot of windies, like if you went coastal, it'd probably be okay, not too bad. But you'd want to put this in cruise control every now and then to give, like this, give your arms a rest, you know. But it's way more bumpier than the GSA or the GS. The suspension on the GS is made for touring. It's what you want to. I think it's made for Australia. It can go anywhere, do anything, and you're not going to be stuck with the wrong vehicle. You always have the right vehicle for whatever you're doing. And yes, even on really tight, dirt, rocky tracks and things, it does really well. And I'd go, and this bike's got a normal tank, so I put in, what is it, 30 bucks, 20 litres I think. And I'm getting used to the idea of a smaller tank, because on the GSA the tank just goes forever. I never have to worry about it. I fill it for the day and that's it. If I'm going out, and I never worry about it. With this one, you've got to be mindful of how much you got. That's a whole new concept for me, and I wouldn't want to be touring on something like that. You got to, or every time you go past a petrol station, you'd be like, oh, should I here? And you don't want to be doing it too often, because you want your trip to not be about stops, you know, or not stopping at servos all the time. You want to choose your stops, which is usually you want it to be somewhere nice and pretty. So yeah, that's probably another reason why I wouldn't go with the, you know, if I'm doing long trips into unknown territories and things. If you're going around familiar territory and you want to bang around, sure, this is great. This is great. This is really good. I love it. It's a lot of fun. But if you're going touring and exploring, nah, I don't think so. Way too bumpy. Too zippy and bumpy. This is like a weekend track. You can have fun on the track with this for a weekend. And city, suburbia, look cool, cafe racer kind of stuff, you know? That's what this is for. It's a cross between cafe racer and a longer trip, because you've got the fairing at the front to protect you for the faster winds. So it's good that way. I think it's more fun on the windings than the GSA. Or really, it's probably just different. The GSA is just as fun, but it's different. What I find on this one though, because it's lighter, it's more punchy. And I've got to do a lot more throttle and brake control on this, because I'll zip to the corner and then realise I'm going too fast. I've got to brake in. So the brake accelerating is a lot more happening here with this one, because of the lightweight. It just flies. You know, you hit the throttle, it flies, and then you stop. So you're constantly flying, stopping, unless you do an easy controlled ride. But then you miss out on experiencing what it's like to give it a punch, you know, and then feel that tyre go down as you brake and go into the corner. This is good road feeling bike. Oh, look how low I am. Yes, not sideways. Well, you just feel low, but yeah. So yeah, it's more fun that way. But see how I tend to lean right over the line? If there's a truck coming and I can't correct myself, I'm gone. I'm shouldering. So yeah, you gotta, that's why I say let's keep to the middle. Keep the shoulder away from that white line, and control the bike and keep it in the middle line like this. Less talking, more focusing. I find I ride better on this kind of bike, on these kind of turns, if I tuck my knees in. I see riders ride with their knees out, but you actually don't have as much control of the bike when you do that. You don't need to, I mean, unless you're on a racetrack, and for racetrack reasons, it which aren't always correct. People think you need to do that. I don't think that's true. I think you want to keep your knees in, tucked in, hang on to the bike with your knees, lean your body over, like here, lean my body over, knees tucked in, and move the body about the bike. And what I say knees tucked in is when the bike kicks or loses traction or goes off balance, that's what's going to keep you on the bike. Hold on to the bike with your knees. So unless you're in full leathers on a racetrack and you want to put your knee down to feel where the road is, that's alright, but you're not going to put your knee down and feel where the road is here. This is not knee down, putting down road stuff. There's freaking cats and dogs and koalas and zebras and all sorts of shit. You don't want to put your knee down on a porcupine, you'll be gone. So you're not doing these, you're staying upright, because when you come off, you're going to hit the tree. You're not going to slide into the cat litter, are you? So remember that. There's a difference between track and out here riding. Out here riding, you're holding on with your legs because of all the bumps and ridges and unexpected whatevers, and you're leaning your body and you're not leaning terribly as you would on the track. It's just not the same scenario. But yeah, I noticed it's way bumpier. This bike is way bumpier than my GSA. So that's why I say, I'm saying for longer trips, I'd rather leave this at home, and I'd rather GSA it, chuck my headphones in, put some music on, and GSA it on a nice cushy ride out here. I caught up to some fellows. Here are the fellows. Oh, I think they're going to Noojee as well. Yeah, see that guy in front of me? It looks like he's riding with his knees out. Which, I mean, he's in his leathers. Because he's in his leathers, he's really locked into that bike. That leather would grip on his tank and his seat. I've got flickering pants on, so I sometimes feel I need to tuck my legs to stick to the bike. Otherwise I feel like I might come off. I might move off somehow, somewhat. They're moving alright. Good speed. Back on the